Okay, this is Grant Putnam, Putnam Landscape Associates. I'm at Mr. Franco's house in Wilton. I'm just going to point out everything I see. As I mentioned, when you're doing the proper lawn fertilizing, you're looking out for bent grass. You're doing the proper detail work as far as using a hand spike tool, which again takes a lot longer time, but you get a lot better results along the Belgian block, around the edges of the property that the core aerator can't get into. You're going to have some tree work here as far as tree removal. There's a couple of trees in the back which I'll go over. You got some azaleas in the front. Andromeda get lace bugs. We usually spray horticultural oil summer and fall to prevent that. Couple dogwood trees. This dogwood tree split, has to be removed. That dogwood tree looks in good health. Bloodgood maple in the front. Too much shade for these roses to grow. This is morning sun, so you might consider taking these out and putting something else in here that can do better in the shade. Okay. All the boxwoods, and you got a lot of them on the property, need to be treated systemically in the spring to prevent leaf miner insect from feeding on them. Okay. Some of the Belgian block needs to be repaired, so we can give you a quote on that as well. This holly plant doesn't have any growth in the under part due to the fact there's lack of sunlight. We do outdoor lighting, so if you ever want to do low voltage outdoor lighting, we could do that for you. In regards to the masonry, it's roughly, I'll have to measure it, but it's roughly I think about 13 feet long. There's 2 steps and a platform, so 3 risers. What you end up doing is removing all the bluestone, installing all new bluestone, but installing the proper bluestone called a bluestone tread, 1.5 inches thick. Has a thermal finish on the top, so it's like a sandpaper finish, right? And then repair some of the bricks that are shaking loose. All right. Structurally, I think it is sound because the whole thing is not leaning or moving. If you have to remove the whole thing, like I said, I wouldn't do because it just costs too much. It doesn't really make sense. But I would reface it by removing the bluestone and adding new bluestone and fix some of the brick. Okay, so that's that. Make sure you don't use salt on your front steps. The salt will eat right through the cement. You got to make sure you use something like a magnesium chloride that's cement friendly, pet friendly, cement friendly. Okay, we talked about possibly power washing the white fence on this side of the property. The lawn has some bent grass in it that has to be killed in the fall. Talked about fixing the irrigation system, so I'll set something up with you to have the irrigation technician come by, maybe on Monday. Take a look at that. You could. Okay. Let's see here. Trimming these white pine trees, at least shaping them this year. Okay, trimming those back. Boxwoods have snow damage. Those have to be tied before the winter. The backyard's all fenced in, so as far as leaf cleanup goes, it's going to be time consuming because you can't just blow it into the woods. If some of these woods are yours, it might be worthwhile considering putting a gate at one of the ends so you can blow the leaves into the woods perhaps on that side. That'd save you some money as far as maintenance goes. Spring seeding, filling in all the bare spots. Like I said, going around along the Belgian block and reseeding in there. The edges, that anywhere where you have some sparse areas to prevent the weeds from growing. You've got some depressions in the lawn, some holes. So come fall time, you might end up getting, say, like 10, 15 yards of topsoil and just filling in all the holes so you have more of a flat lawn. Take out the arborvitae, rip these out, put in new screening. This is afternoon sun on this side of the house. You need deer spray for the property. You have a lot of plants that deer will eat. Possibly removing this crabapple, the white pine, and the cedar, those 3 trees. We could actually do that because these are just cut in drops. Okay, just cut them and drop them. I think you mentioned your septic was over there. That's the reason I asked you that. So that's a possibility. And you've got some stumps in the backyard too, probably a handful of stumps that might just rip out at the same time. Okay. You did mention there's one white pine in the corner that does look pretty mangled, so you might just remove that as well and get the lawn growing in that area. Okay. If you want the best possible results for the lawn, like I said, you're going to want to get the irrigation going. Did mention we would do that for you at a severe discount. So I think it would give the lawn better results. I'd like to be able to stand behind my products as best as I can. I think that's about it. We'll chat soon. Thanks.